Good night, good morning, good evening, whenever you're watching it or whenever I'm rewatching it. Um, Make a video. I've got to be up late tonight because I'm switching my times from day to night. I don't know. It's not gonna work tomorrow night, so we're gonna switch or whatever. Anyway, um, just want to empty out my brain. An update on where I'm at and what's been going on, which is really a bunch of nothing but everything at the same time. I wanted to touch on intention. You know, I used to watch this one fear porn guy, and that only exists because we demand it. We fucking think that circles and triangles and shit are fucking evil. Oh my god, we love this money shit, but we can't look at it. Oh my god, look at all the symbols on the money. Fucking idiots. All of us. I'm not saying like I'm fucking superior or anything. But check it out. All that fear porn shit just comes from us not knowing anything and then starting our own fucking journey on um scaring ourselves fucking shitless. Cuz you got to get there. You got to do it. And then you pull yourself out of it from within and you fucking have to deconstruct all the shit that you believe in, all the stuff that you've been told. And yeah, and learn how to learn, like really learn how to learn. That's the biggest thing, is learning how to learn again and learning that you don't know how to learn and knowing that um a lot of the fucking shit that we think is fucking smart is stupid. I wanted intention. Let me lost track. Intention. One of the fear porn guys that I used to fucking watch like way back when I first started like this looking for something that was always inside. Anyway, he used to sit there and scream at the freaking whatever, and he would say, "Only the devil hides his intent. Only Satan himself hides his intent. My intention is known." And I was like, Recently, I've been thinking about this whole like good and evil trees and everything about how we fucking judge this is good, this is bad, this is that. It really comes down to intent. I mean, what's kind of weird with this whole like the church thing and how I don't think that, well, let me rephrase it all. Ooh, I'm tripping over my own words. Intent in a tent in 10 cross. Anyway, what do you expect to gain? Did you pre-plot this? Did you pre-plot it and what it, the weirdest thing is we do have this free will, and we choose and we get to choose, and we have to deal with the consequences. The consequences may or may not be, you know what I mean? It's not, so one man's curse could be another man's blessing. It's the weirdest thing. And who hides their intent? When he was saying all this, like, about this, only Satan, the devil, hides his intent. Well, who does that? We all do. We all do. This whole place is based on hiding everything from each other. I mean, like, let's take a whatever, a harmless hiding of an intent. Okay, so say you got a job interview and you're going for this interview and you're always fucking late. You never are prepared. You don't really know how to fucking do the job, and you plan on only working it until I don't know, maybe 6 months, so that way if they could fire you, then you can get unemployment or whatever. You have no intentions of committing to the job. So your intent is set up to fucking just get in and get out. Are you going to go on the interview and say, I don't really like this job. I don't like the company. I don't really know how to do anything. I'm going to be late and you're not going to go in and do that when you have bills to pay and shit. But that's just an example of your intent. And the weirdest thing is a lot of us don't know our own fucking intent. We don't really self reflect enough to know what we actually want to achieve by doing a lot of the things that we do. And that's kind of weird too. It's like, and then sometimes we think way too much. It's either one of these poles. You either think way too fucking much and you're stuck up in your head and you don't ever fucking live and you're always fucking questioning shit, or you're always in the moment and you're fucking think that there's never going to be anything that you have to answer to, not even yourself. It's the weirdest thing that we do these polls. And but they only exist because they need each other. I don't know. And then what's weird is people will sit there and try to twist their most fucked up, weird perversions into fucking good intent all of a sudden. They'll be like, I didn't mean any harm. I was doing it because I love you. I killed you because I loved you. In the name of love. We do the most fucked up shit in the name of love. And it's weird. It doesn't really have to be that way. But we demand it. And I don't know. I think it's people need to start being responsible for themselves and making their own fucking choices and shit. But it's kind of funny. How can you give somebody free will without them understanding any of the choices? And it's weird because we'll make all these choices in our ego and we're like, oh, well, I think I want this and I think I want this. And then, well, who the fuck is thinking? And that's the weirdest shit. I don't know. See my other revolver. Another revolver video of me doing this anxiety thing. I wanted to say something about that. It's because I have anxiety or whatever else, and I get anxious and I go through moods. I feel things. I'm human. I doesn't mean that I'm just fucking incompetent and stupid. The weirdest thing is that people doing this enlightenment thing, they think that an enlightened being is supposed to look a certain way. An enlightened being is supposed to behave a certain way. You're supposed to have this fucking about you. You are supposed to be better than everyone else. All these dumb fucking cows and shit around us. Dude, life goes on. You can have your aha moment and your complete loss of what we call ego, and you can have that nirvana. I think I made that video like when I had this freaking thing where it was like 3 minutes, but it was 3 hours, and there was nothing. But guess what? I'm still here. This thing that I call me is still here, and I still got bills. I've got a family. I've got people that depend on me. So guess what? I still have to go and live. People think that means that you're gonna fucking like whatever. Sure, when the clock stops, the clock stops. But until then, you've got to live your life, guys. And it's the weirdest thing because people will fucking judge you for living your life and think that, oh, well, you had your aha moment. What is this anxiety? What is this? You are not a perfect being? Of course I'm not. I'm in a fucking body. I'm human. What the fuck do you expect from me? I never said it was fucking perfect. Am I fucking God itself? No. And it's the weirdest thing that we have this expectation that we will have this realization and everything will be perfect and peaches and cream and we'll just be absolutely fantastically home. Just beautiful enlightened beings of light and angels and Sure, that happens, but on a different fucking level, and you don't really see that. And then if you do, and you come back to material world, it's not something that you can fucking translate to people. You know what I mean? It's like weird that we think that an enlightened being, an ascended master, who would not be walking around in a regular body at the fucking, I don't know, post office or grocery store. You know what I mean? We have these bodies for fucking reasons, and it's to feel again. I mean, I think after you ascend and you disconnect from a certain part of yourself, you don't really have all of the chords for a song. You don't have all of the pieces for your puzzle. So you like do it again because you want to feel again. You know, what is all that those songs about not feeling? And the whole Johnny Cash thing, I hurt myself today because I wanted to see if I could feel again. There's something about the physical world is that it is there to feel, to go through the ups and downs of what we call life. Yeah. Go and do your journey and learn your shit and unlearn your shit, and then you still gotta move. You still gotta have a job. You still gotta fucking do this and this and that. That's the whole thing about like walking the middle path and shit. It's like it frees you mentally to where you don't have to fucking walk around believing all of this dumb shit that's not real or depending on anybody. And that's a conundrum in itself. How do you not want to depend on people, but you still need people? If that makes any sense? Because you don't need them like that. It's because you have this weird understanding that we don't know any better. So you don't expect anything. And we do this weird thing with our expectations and our um I don't know, what we expect somebody to do, what we would need somebody to do, and we expect people to be mind readers. And it's like, I just get to the point where it's like, hey, if you can't fucking just say it straight up, then don't expect me to figure it out. I just, I'm over the mind games and shit where I say one thing, but I really mean another thing. When going, get it? You know what I mean, right? Do you know what I mean? We're gonna actually do this, but we mean this. And it's like, no, I don't. And you can call me slow or whatever the fuck you want to, but it's like, what are you fucking saying? And then what's another thing is that we can go around and around and around and around in an infinite spiral of circle of stupidity to where we talk for hours and we don't ever say anything. I could do it. We all could. And then it comes to a point where it's like, I'm all talked out, which is why I go like days without doing a video. I might do like 2 or 3 more because I'm up and I'm gonna watch a movie or whatever. And I'm just emptying out my brain, which is calmed down a little bit since the full moon, but it's still going. I don't know. I'll be alright. This is the weirdest thing. We think an enlightened being sits on a fucking stick for 8 hours and doesn't move, doesn't have a life. He never has sex. She never has sex. She never gets turned on. She doesn't ever cry. She doesn't ever do this. She's never fucking anxious. That's what we expect somebody who is in touch with everything to not ever be anything. And the whole ideal thing is to feel what you fucking feel and release it and then let it go. And the whole be like water is that you don't fucking hold it, which is funny because water does hold a frequency. But it's moving. It's always moving. And that's part of the releasing it. I think it's actually released into water. Let's not get all conspiracy theory. Ooh. That's another thing. I think all these deaths that happen by the water are actually a consciousness being released. And I don't think this place is what we think it is. As far as like news stories and fear porn and trauma, we kind of get what we ask for. We like to have this shit scared out of us. And we like to have our heartstrings pulled by things on the outside because we don't feel anything on the inside anymore. I don't know. You guys be well. And if you watched the whole 15.5 minutes, thanks. I mainly make the videos so that I could come back on them and look at myself and see the growth or the stagnation and the insanity and the clarity at times of what I say. If you can't survive yourself or look at yourself, how do you expect to help anybody else? You know what I mean? That's what I do. I do them for it. To free it, to release it. You'll be well.